So
yeah,
like let's stop and let's think about this. So
yeah,
it's good.
very well. And then I also coach football in the afternoon, so it's kind of hard to meet after school. So it's like maybe an early morning thing, or like you said, a lunch period.
A lunch or early morning. So we'll have to find a time to co-plan.
So if you'll mute yourself again, let me just reset that. I also pushed the record button. Know that I'm not going to do anything with these recordings until we get human subject approval, but that way we'll just have them from the beginning. If you have a problem with that, I can delete it immediately. So know that there's a red button on the right to show you when I'm recording. So if you want me to ever stop, you can say, no, we need to talk about this, kind of stuff. So why don't we make our 10 minutes, the majority of at least of it 8 minutes planning time? Because if that's what you're missing the most, and then the last 2 minutes we'll target something beyond planning, because I think the mistake you don't want to make is that you work always on planning and not about assessment. So that'll kind of be the agenda that we'll think about. And let Jen just do a quick 1 minute. Jen's been here a whole 2 weeks as a doc student, so her head is revolving around her shoulders a little bit, but she's fantastic. So you want to give them just a quick 1 minute background, and then we'll ask for their background too.
Great. So it's nice to meet you both. I'm here I lived up in Massachusetts for the past 7 years, and I've been an administrator. So I've been working with co-teaching teams and helping them to develop their skills. The past 4 years I was in a turnaround school, so we were just starting co-teaching. I also myself was a co-teacher for about 6 years prior to that. So definitely see where you guys are at, and I'm very excited to be working with you.
So our goal is having Jen here too is like, for example, I got to go to China, a small detail. So when I end up having to travel at some point, then Jen would be the coach at that time, so that you would always have somebody. But again, we promise, except for today, to keep it at 10 minutes. We'll set a timer at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll say there's 30 seconds to wrap up, and then you guys can be running. Does that work for both of you? So I will unmute again, and I would love a 1 minute summary from you guys, and let us know when you're ready to go.
Okay, that works just fine, I think, for both of us.
Yep.
So that's great. I've been teaching since '92, so I started off in French and clear over in Champaign-Urbana, and then I taught English at another school, and now I'm teaching French and English. And so it's my first inclusion co-taught class. And yeah, you can, student. And so I've taught tons and tons of different classes. You can go over there if you want to. But anyway, so it's an exciting venture to get to try to co-teach and use some new skills. So.
This is actually my 3rd year teaching. I just graduated from Quincy University with 2 degrees. With elementary and special ed. And I had a few classes in co-teaching, and this is actually my 3rd year co-teaching. Co-taught in geometry. This will be my 3rd year, and then I've co-taught in U.S. history, and this will be my 2nd year doing that. So.
Is this your first year co-teaching in English language arts?
Yes, it is.
Okay, anything else we need to help you get started? I sent you guys some materials, Lisa, and hopefully you've shared those with TJ. Is there anything else we can do to help you get started?
No, I think just for us, just getting to know the students' names, and just for the first week or so.
Yeah, getting that first assessment.
Yeah, and we have a first pre-test we have to give them, and just
see what levels we got even.
Yeah, see what the levels, and so it's the core assessment we have to give pre and post test. So he's going to take him out and read it. So.
Could you bring a summary of kids' assessments for the next meeting if you have a chance?
Sure.
Kind of where you see the class as they're all 2 years ahead, 2 years behind, or they're a third, so we can use that to do the planning discussion for next time.
Yeah, we can do that. Sounds good.
All right, anything else? We just want to be very aware that you got kids about to come in the door.
Right. No, I don't think so.
No. Next Monday, right?
Yeah. Well, not next Monday, but because it's the Monday after. Yeah. Yep. Then the Monday after.
Yeah, I'm happy to hang out with you on Labor Day, but you probably deserve the holiday.
Well, I'll be in Kansas, so.
Go Quincy Blue Devils. Are you from Quincy area or no?
I'm actually from Hamilton, so the West Hancock. So, but I coached at Quincy High for 4 years.
Well, my family's not from Quincy, so my husband's family, the Deekers, you've probably heard the name maybe. So yeah.
Yep.
You sure? Just like you know.
Yeah, you can put them in there, so it sounds good.
All right, well, we will sign off at this point. I'll stop recording. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for doing this. This is going to really make a difference in the field. Jen and I are both very excited.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye. Okay, so now we just
Stop.
stop.